Hello. Hi, thanks for being here again today. If you're visiting for the first time, a real warm welcome to you. Today I want to talk about the very first spiritual growth practice that I recommend to people. So a couple of caveats first. I usually make these videos about a couple of weeks ahead of time, just in case I can't make one in the current week. I've got a little catch-up time. And here, last night, we just had a good snowstorm. We've had many snowstorms this winter. This is just another one added on. But I thought in honor of the snowstorm, I would wear my very own snowflake for the video. It won't make much sense if you're watching this in the southern hemisphere or next July, but that's why I'm decked out in a snowflake, and it has something to do with the practice that I'm going to recommend to you. So the very first practice I recommend to people for spiritual growth is to spend quiet time in nature. But I want to say that this requires some common sense. And so I would not be outside in the middle of a snowstorm with icy conditions. Here I am, safe in my sitting room, just enjoying the snowflakes through my window. So the common sense is this is a practice, weather permitting. Don't want to become a legalist about this practice and think you have to be outside in an electric storm, a hurricane, a blizzard, slippery conditions, wet conditions, when it's too cold or too hot to be safe. And I know that we all use common sense most of the time, but sometimes people go overboard with things. You can go overboard with even good things. And so I want to put that out there, that I'm going to recommend as the spiritual practice that you spend quiet time in nature every day if you can. In Japan, I believe this practice started in Japan, has spread to many other countries, and it's called forest bathing, where people go out into the forest. Well, you might not live where there's a forest, but you may at least have a backyard or a garden or a balcony where you can have some exposure to nature. I like to enjoy nature in my own yard, and what I enjoy the most are the trees. Now, I'm not talking about going out and shoveling the walk or mowing the grass or weeding the garden. All those may be great things to do for a number of reasons, and they may strengthen your bond with nature. But I'm talking about a quiet time where you're just sitting, preferably by yourself or with someone else who agrees to be silent, sitting in the silence of nature, just observing, just drawing on the power of nature. Now, there's a scripture, an old scripture, found in the Bible. I'm going to read it to you. It's in Romans chapter 1, and it's only a couple of verses. It starts at verse 20. This is what it says. Ever since the creation of the world, His, that is the Divine One, God, eternal power and divine nature, invisible though they are, have been understood and seen through the things He has made. So being in nature, seeing the things, the created things of nature, they reveal to us the very nature of the Holy One. So you can't go outside. Well, you can sit by a window and observe the sky, observe the wind blowing through the trees, observe the flowers, the little critters, squirrels and chipmunks, and the birds in flight. I can't imagine that you don't have a window you couldn't sit near and look out, but if you do, you can actually observe nature with a house plant or two. Just sit with them, making no noise, just watching and absorbing the essence, the vibration of the plants. Anyone can do this, no matter where you live, in any place. And while you're there, just try to give up your thoughts, your worries. Just absorb the goodness of nature. It has a calming effect. It is a beautiful effect. It is a place to be curious and open and in awe. Now, I've mentioned lots of things for people who don't live near the water. But if you should be blessed enough to live near a stream of water, a waterfall, or the ocean, where you can see the expanse of water, a large lake, a river, where you can watch the flow of water, both the gentleness and the power of water. That again is a most magnificent place. Whether your view includes majestic mountains or miles of desert or farm fields or a small patch of grass in your backyard, the essence of the Divine One is available through nature. So that's the very first thing that I recommend to people who would like to learn more about themselves, go on an inward journey perhaps, or just know about seeking the presence of the higher power, the higher consciousness, the Christ. Just being in the presence of the divine. Nature is the place to start. So I hope that if you've had great natural experiences, you will leave me a quick and description in the comments section. And if you've never been able to be out in nature very much because you've had an inside job, I hope that you'll try to make it a priority to spend some time outside. 15 minutes a day would be a great help for your insight and your spiritual growth. Don't hesitate to leave me questions and suggestions for other topics you'd like me to talk about. I have lots of suggestions for spiritual practices that will be coming up in the future, but this is the first one that I always recommend to people. So that's it for me today. I hope you have a great day. Hope you're able to spend some time outside today, and that you stay safe and well. And join with me next time, and I'll see you real soon.